Let's go. All right, we live. We live, sucker. Whoa, this is not the one for me. There it is. All right, all right, all right. Let's do it. Where's my... There it is. How did we do that before? Let's go to Discord. I'm live, sucker. Ah, come on. Yo, Millie, you're there. What's up? All right, how did we do that voice channel? Let's go to the lobby. Voice channel on my Discord. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, I seen your message in chat. Period. So, is this a bad time to do this? Question mark. I mean, we could do it tomorrow or later today. Subnautica U2's plushie pre-order. Really? All right. Okay, we'll try. We won't be doing the sound today, guys. So let's get this Discord out of my face. All right. Well, this is going to be super weird. Because I won't be able to talk to you. I'm also not going to know whether or not this is going to be... I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try it out, okay? I'm down. But we do kind of need to get something solidified with this stuff because I need to be able to go into my streams and stream stuff consistently. Otherwise, I'm going to start getting penalized. I don't know how that penalization is going to look or work, but I know that if I take some time off, go on a vacation or go do something, and then come back like in a couple days and stream again, I get a lot less views. And I need to be more solidified with what I'm doing. survival? I don't know. I think this is all survival, right? Like the whole time? All right, here we go, Millie. In Rome, if you're there. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but... Aha! Come here, fishy. Oh, yeah, I can't grab those. This just straight up killed us, huh? Yeah. Not right now. Wait. I had a bag, right? Remember that bladder bag? Why do I not have that in my... There we go. Now, all right, so, man, I kind of forgot everything what we're trying to do here. I got my bag. Now, where's my body at? Where did we figure out how to... See, I even had tank and all that. Remember? Like, what is going on here? We had fins. It just sucks. Where the hell did all my crap go? Because we had fins, we had an extra oxygen tank. I know that we did because we had it set up so that we can... Where do I just look at my body, huh? Oh. Beacon. I don't know how to do a beacon, do you? All right, well, I guess we're going to have to go out there and find some more of the glass thing, which was kind of a pain in the butt. All right. If I remember right, it was somewhere over here. How do I ping? How do I do a beacon? Those are acid mushrooms. What we're trying to find, I think, was the quartz for the glass, right?
Detecting sulfur deposits in the local cave systems. Sulfur is an essential component of the
I know. That's where our sulfur's at, huh? We needed that. Well, I can't remember what it was for, but we needed that. So we're going to go right back down here. Why don't you Google how to beacon? Come here, you little guy. Because I want to beacon this little hole here.
Be advised, a common complication for cave divers is loss of orientation, followed by eventual asphyxiation. Calorie intake recommended.
Ha ha! I can't attack him. I don't have anything anyway. Try to Google that and figure out how to set a beacon. Doesn't say? Huh. It did say that I could do it, right? Maybe it just does it on its own. What is this? I don't know what it is, but I want it. Oh, it's a creature egg. That's right. All right.
Seek fluid intake. 30 seconds.
All right, we got to get back here. I got to get some water. I don't even know if I have water because of what happened. Come on, get me in there. I don't want to die. I just picked up a bunch of resources. Fabricator. Water. Craft. We'll do a couple of these. So now I've got the glass. I just need to make some rubber. What was that? Oh, yeah, those are them things, huh? Let's drink some water. I forgot. How did I do that? There we go.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Apparently only had one bladderfish, huh? Salt deposit. We don't need, well, no, we don't need that because we got one of those for the gun already. We need some of the sulfur and we need some of the rubber, which is going to come from those plants. I had a freaking tank. That's what makes me so mad. Did I? There we go. Oh, that's a fire extinguisher. I need a tank. I already have a fire extinguisher too, right? All right. So I do need those.
Emergency. Starvation.
Voila!
Seek
Whoa!
Calorie intake immediately.
Okay. We're going to go eat a fish. I thought I saved it last time. Come here. Alright, we might die, but I dropped off a bunch of my stuff. Well, not all of it. Come here, you little bastard. There we go. Let's get back to the ship and see if we can cook something. Alright. I'm like pretty sure we saved it. Consume. Should we eat it? It's a raw fish. Screw it. Let's find out. Can I eat the creature? Oh. Can't. Alright. We need more water, so let's just grab some fish real quick. No, I didn't restart fully. I still have some of my stuff. I just don't have, like, my air tank wasn't there no more. Ooh, I can use my trigger just like I do my knives. And I can capture these guys a lot quicker. Come here, sucker. There you are, bladderfish. Ooh, we need to grab some of this stuff too. All right. Let's go make some water, make some food, and store that. So is Rome there? Is he tapped in? All right, let's go. I only caught one bladderfish, huh? Oh, maybe.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
All right.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, I know. Drink water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. I hit the wrong one. I wish I could store these together, right? Like put them in the same little deal, like so you could have like all of your glass in one section. Okay. He's gonna leave it 20 minutes to go to work and rooms with Jess. Okay. Let's do the rubber. How did I do rubber? Oh yeah, that creep vine. Let's go. I won't capture fish right now. We gotta get some grapevine. Come here, you little frog with feet paddles. You can go away. I want this.
30 seconds.
Come here, bladder fish. Come here, you mother effer. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, inventory's full. Man, that sucks. Oops. Alright, now we can buy some fins. We'll build a tank. What is that other one that I have up there? Ah, we'll just craft that. Why not? Oh. Oh, I can't. All right, that one tank, the one that's right up here, this one, the high capacity O2 tank. Where did I find that? Oh, right here. All right, so we got the standard tank already, right? Where is it? Where did it go? I just made a standard tank, correct? Ah. Let's just eat this fish. It's going to make me thirsty. I don't want this salt, do I? I don't even want these things, man. My inventory... Oh, maybe it's just this inventory. Inventory full. Is it saying... Oh my god, it's already saying I got one. See? This is what I'm saying. I couldn't figure out where my equipment was. But here it is. Now, what can I put? Let's do some goggles. Let's see if we can. I wonder if I drop this stuff, if it falls right below me. If that's the case, we might have figured out a trick. We'll go in here, and then when we come out, we'll check it out. All right, we got a tank. Now we just need 4 more of those. That might be the one. And then, what the hell is that other thing? Silver ore. What? A waterproof locker? We'll just make one. See what it does. Look what we got down here. Whoa. All right. And it looks like we can keep our little stuff down here, huh? So we might be in some, looking good. All right. Now, what are we needing over here? We need, what is this? What was that? Did you hear all that crap? That was the scariest little freaking sound. It sounded like if someone was chasing me and about to get my ass. I'll just pick up. Ooh, what is this? Cave sulfur. We found it. Okay, now we just know to look for these little yellow, these little red things. Oh, right on. What is this? Where's my ship? I thought it was right there. It is. Come here, bladderfish. Dude, these things are just like floating around my thing. I dropped all those bladder things, whatever they were. All right, we're making some water. Enamel glass. Okay. Let's make a rubber. Bam! Now we got some things. What's good, Roz? How you doing, brother? I'm over here playing this game. Subnautica. It's a weird one. It's definitely not the same as me knifing things, but... Ooh, let's fabricate the tool. It's been well. It's been well. Got a lot of stuff done, squared away today before I had to clean out my dry ager. Got that done. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I know you're at work. You usually are when you come to my stream, so you do your thing, man. Yeah, exactly. Drop a like. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Rise, man. If anybody else is here, Millie, check out Rise on YouTube. You can probably click on his name, actually, right there in the comment section, but he's got a YouTube channel as well. All right, let's repair some things, huh? Do we know what we're trying to repair? Use a repair tool, 20%. I thought I just made a repair tool. Oh, wait. There we go. If I just did all that work just to be told that we're in trouble.
LifePod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
Oh, the water's contaminated with high levels of foreign bacteria. And the planet is beyond Federation space, so rescue unlikely. So I'm here on my own, guys. We're screwed. We're screwed. This is it. This is all. I'm over here eating bladderfishes and Jerry's. What do you mean seek fluid, man? Just relax. Chillax, okay?
Vital signs stabilizing.
Do I have a bladderfish? I can make another tool, though. You know what? I got a knife. Yes. This is...
were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
Oh, so you took away the guns for a knife. I love that computer. Well, hello. Well, I'll be... You don't need to know what's going on, guys. Definitely not you, Millie. I don't know what the hell I'm doing now that I got this stupid ship fixed. All right. We're going to go out. We're going to get ourselves some whatever that crap is. Was it titanium? Yep. I know exactly how to do that. Come here, pod. Where's my little floater storage? Now I forgot what we're actually making again. All right, so we got. What was I trying to make? All right, we just need one more of the silver ore. But I don't know how to make the silver ore. You know? A flashlight there, huh? Might have to just find the silver ore, right? That's probably what we have to do. We've been down here a few times. I'm about out of water, so let's just grab a bunch of bladder fishes and get our ass back to full recovery. Come here, got you. You would think I'd be much better at capturing these things, being a knifer in the other game, but snatching them up, though, huh?
Oxygen.
I think dude just about died with that, didn't he? Disinfected water, H2O, 12 ounces, and microorganism free. But it's literally bleach. So am I supposed to drink this? Like, is this some kind of a thing that I actually consume? If so, that's just kind of weird to be putting it into a game. Maybe boiled water to kill off the bacteria. So that way nobody's sitting at home thinking that the best way for them to clean their water is to pour bleach into it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm even concerned. All right. Now we really need to find that silver ore. And silver, let's think about this, see if they actually apply science to this. Silver needs sulfur, right? I think silver... I don't remember, man. Anybody with a... It's got some smart guy tendencies with you. If you know... I don't know what creates sulfur either. I got a knife. Let's go poke something. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, yeah, you're dead. I know right where the bad guys are because I was swimming around with them. Oh, he inked me. You nasty fish. He just laughed at me. Did you hear that? I know he laughed at me. I could hear it. I don't know what this is, man, but that's the scariest freaking sound. Are you hearing that? Uh-oh. All right, we had radiation down here. And, uh-oh. I lost all audio. What is this? I lost all sound. See, I just hit save. Why did I lose all sound? What's up with this thing? You seeing this, Miller? What is this? I don't understand what that's supposed to be. Oh, maybe that was my... I saw something about stabbing something with a knife. And I did it. Oh, I died, see? Whoops. I knew I was dealing with the radiation, but I'm also dealing with no sound. So I'm actually trying to fix that. All right. We're going to leave and come back in, and hopefully that fixes it. Hopefully, huh? I lost the sound, Millie. You know what? Let's bring our field of view up. I want to look around a little bit. Okay, master volume 100. Voice volume 100. Ambient volume 100. Music volume is down, but it should be playing something. I don't know. What's going on, Millie? They took your phone. So have you not been here to watch? I lost sound altogether, Millie. I don't know what's going on, but this game has like completely dropped the ball on the sound. I've exited it and quit it. Okay. How come? Was it because you're watching me or? Sure, let's do that. Let's do that, Millie. And the reason why I say that is because it gives you an opportunity for you to be able to watch and actually engage. And it also gives me an opportunity to fix the sound on this thing. So if you want to do it later, let's do that. Maybe you can let me know when Rome and you are going to be together. Well, don't backtalk, Millie. What up, Rome? I love you, kid. I don't know how long you're going to be there. So just want to let you know I love you. I miss you. I've been thinking about you every single day. Millie tells me as much as she possibly can. We could do Call of Duty. Oh, he's upstairs. Well, it's recorded. So he has the opportunity to go back and check it out. And it looks like, well, 17 minutes. Or is that time frame? Where are we at right now? We're at 48 minutes. So roughly 45 to 50. All right. We'll do Call of Duty real quick. YouTube's going to be pissed at me because I don't know if YouTube's going to be mad at me, but viewers would be because I keep going to Subnautica and then I play Call of Duty. You know? So it's like false advertisements almost in a sense, right? But let's do it. Let's get out of this. I don't know what the sound is doing anyway. Hopefully it's not my computer. Ooh, what is this? We may have figured it out. What do you think? What up, Rome? How's it going, buddy? Since you're here right now in front of me, I already said this before, but after I got to saying it, she told me you wasn't even right there. What up, what up, what up? I love you, kid. I miss you. I've been thinking about you every day. She told me as much as she possibly can about what's going on with you. I still don't have a clue exactly what's going down, but keep your head up. All right? We're on your side. Nobody's against you. I certainly am not. But just keep your head up. I don't know how long you're going to be there at the house, but while you're there, keep your shit straight so you don't have to go nowhere in case, get an opportunity to come back home and stay home. Yep, there's something not wrong with the game, Millie, just so you know. It is actually wrong with my headset. or the sound in general of this thing. All right. Good. I had nothing but faith in you, kid. I want to tell you that right now. I got nothing but faith in you, and I want to see you do really good in life, and you're going to. I mean, I promise. You're a Pico. You have all the abilities to do so. You just got to make sure that you stay the right course, kid. That's all. I'll I'll always stand behind you. I'll always be on your side, no matter what you do, no matter how you act, no matter what happens. But make it easy for me. You know what I'm saying? Make it easy for me to fight for you, but trying to do some of the things you need to do. I love you. I miss you. I'm glad you're out for a bit. Hopefully, you can get back to reality and get back to real life. You know, just close a chapter on this part of your life. Don't let this be what you think it is. Just because people, this is because you're at that age and you're doing what you've been doing and what you're going through, what you've been going through, doesn't mean this is it for you. This isn't who you are. This is a chapter of your life. And I need you, and I hope to God that you believe me on this, but I need you to focus on your future, man. And I need you to focus on the things that matter to you and what you want to do with yourself. He leaves third way in November. Okay. All right. Well, we got an award ceremony coming November 10th in Denver. I'm not certain. I'm not. I won't be getting an award this time. My boss would be, but back in a couple of years ago, I ended up getting the back of the house employee of the year for the state of Colorado, and won that award. So might go down there in November, and if that's possible, I would like to swing by, Granby, you know, and possibly see you guys or something. I don't know how that's gonna look and how to make this happen, but it'd be awesome if we could. But in the meantime, kid, please, for the love of God, don't let this define you. Don't let anybody, I don't care who they are, I don't care if it's your teachers, your peers, your friends, anybody, push you down and make you believe this is it for you. All right? This is not it for you. I don't know how many times I've been to jail. I haven't been in jail in a lot of years. I don't know how many times I've gotten into a fight. I haven't been in a fight in a lot of years. There's a lot of stuff that you can continue on for the rest of your life if you want to. Or you can change today and not ever have to worry about that crap. And I don't give a shit who's trying to hold you down right now. I don't care what they say. I don't care if they say this is it for you. This is all you're ever going to be. They're full of shit. They're lying. And let me know, because like I told you, it's been a long time since I've been in a fight, but I still got it, and I'll come back after it. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's ever saying that shit to you, just let me know. There's nothing about life, good or bad, that you can't take to the day you die. I mean, I might not be a bad guy no more, but I did not forget how to be one. You know what I'm saying? So take everything with an educational point. Look at all things as a way to fucking grow and to learn. No matter if you do something wrong, doesn't mean shit unless you don't stop and change it. You know what I'm saying? Unless you don't correct the path and do something later. It will always be an experience that you've been through, but it will never define you unless you let it, unless you choose for that to be your life. So I know that there's been a lot of people probably saying a lot of shit to you, kid. And I mean, people that are in charge of you saying probably the same old, where this is who you are, this is what you are, this is all that crap. I know because I've been through this rope of dope. Nobody has faith. Just shut them up. Show them that they have no reason to say anything. You know? You don't know where you'll be living when, dude. I don't know how this looks, and I don't know how this works, but I want you both to understand. And I need you both to understand this. There is no doubt in my mind. I don't give a shit what time, day, what position you're in, what's going on. I don't care. This house is always open for both of you. Always. I'm not suggesting you run away. I'm not suggesting you do things that are against what you're supposed to do. What I do suggest is you remember that. And that is it. If you ever need a place to go, my home is always open to you guys, both of you. at any time, forever. I don't give a shit if I'm 90 years old and I've got Alzheimer's and I don't remember nothing under the sun. I will remember that. And if I don't, you've got it recorded. It'll be here for the rest of time and life. And if that's the case, go back and prove it to me later on when I got that Alzheimer's. Okay. Employee housing when it gets out. Dude, you want a job, man? I mean, I know that you're going to be having to go home and you're going to have to, wait till you're an adult before a lot of these things happen. Just know that this house is always open and double to you guys at any time frame you need it. Forever. Forever. If I pass, say I get in a car wreck today and I die, I promise you these doors are still open. Okay? Forever. If I move across the United States, if I get thrown in some jungle prison, my doors are always open. Forever. All right? And that goes across the board. I don't give a shit. Whatever you guys need. So if you get out and you have no place to go, come here. Come here even if you have a place to go, but you'd rather be here. Come here. I don't know what that's going to look like for you or how you feel about that, but that's always an option. Never, ever, ever spend the rest of your life feeling like you ain't got no place to be. You'll always have a place in this house, in my heart, in my life, and I will fight tooth and nail. I will fight. I promise you, tooth and nail for you. And I'll give you a job, man. You'll be working in the industry. I don't know if you knew this or not. You probably didn't know this either, Millie, but just a couple weeks ago, we were nominated as one of the top 50 restaurants in the entire country by the New York Times. We went to the James Beard Award, almost won that outstanding chef award, which is one of the bigger awards of the James Beard. And we're bumping elbows with some of the big cats. We got people coming in all the time. We had Harrison Ford come into the restaurant just a little bit ago. We had that, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Insidious, but it's got that old grandma looking lady from Insidious. She came into the restaurant a little bit ago. We had some artists, some artists' sons. Like, we see a celebrity probably at least once or twice a month, and we live in Grand Junction, Colorado. Like, our restaurant is known. So if you want a good start to begin, man, I'll put you in dish and work you to the top, and you will become professional in this place. It may not be what you want to do, but it's a hell of a start if you don't know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, I'll tell you this right now, Millie, plug your ears, but I'll tell you this right now, kid. If you learn how to make a really good foie gras or just some fucking amazing dish, and you just say you work this industry for 5 years, for the rest of your life, you're going to have this in your knowledge bank. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be something that you could do, and I can promise you, Millie, plug your ears. Chicks love that shit. If you can feed a girl, you got a girl, man. And if you're a construction worker busting your ass, but you come home and you make some of the best shit and put it on a plate, present it well, I promise you she's going to love you to death for that shit. Veronica hates food. And I'm a chef. So I tapped into the wrong one on that one. But she's the right one for me. Don't get me wrong. Opposites attract, and she is 100% everything that I am not. Which is perfect because I needed all that shit. But I'm telling you, man, I don't give a shit if you just work this shit for 5 years, learn some things, get a little bit of education under your belt, especially for a restaurant like Binge 707. And then you take that and just apply it in life just to pick up chicks. You got it. You can go do whatever the hell you want to do. Just knock out 5 years of your life in the culinary industry and you've got yourself set. And the reason why I say that is because that goes across the board for almost every industry. You know, if you go work at a glass factory, you learn how to make glass. You can apply that in generalized life. You go to become a mechanic, you can apply that in generalized life. You become a hairstylist, you can apply that in generalized life. If you learn how to cut hair, you do it for 5 years, somewhere in the future, that's going to be a trait that you can come back to, right? So it doesn't matter what you don't know or what you haven't figured out yet. Your life is 100% in front of you, and you can do whatever you want today. Just do something today, because something that you do today may just reflect for tomorrow. You may not ever use it until 10 years down the road, but then all of a sudden you present one of the best spatchcock spatchcock baked chickens you've ever made in your entire life, and here she is sitting there eating it with you and kind of thinking that you're kind of the dude, you know? Here you are, a construction worker, but yet you're able to make this badass dish. Those type of things help out in life, man. They do. And it all stems from not knowing what we want to become. I'm 44 years old. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I love what I'm doing right now, and I'm gonna probably stick with it for the rest of my life until I can't do it no more. But I've obtained so many skill sets. Even all the bad guy shit that I did taught me something. Now, I'm not trying to say that you should go out there in the world today and just start applying bad guy tendencies so you have an understanding. I'm not saying you should go do drugs so you can tell your kids not to do drugs. You have some of that already going on for you. Right now, in your life, you're dealing with a lot. Well, this is nothing but education. This is nothing that you can't take from this and apply to yourself as growth. Yeah, you made some mistakes, so what? They happen. Don't beat yourself up and don't let nobody else beat you up. And if they do, let me beat them up, okay? But in the meantime, this is an opportunity for you to learn and grow and become a better man. And you'll always have this skill set. You'll always know in the back of your mind that you're capable of these certain bad guy tendencies. And you'll be able to see them. So when you have kids and you start seeing the things that you struggled with and some of the things that you were bothered by, and you start seeing that same look in your own kid's face, and you'll start recognizing that, hey, he needs help. I know that look. I've been in that place before, and you can help him. You can give him what you didn't get, right? I'm saying a lot of this stuff on the stream right now, but it is 100%. He said, thanks. And he's asking, what's the top donor you've ever had? Honestly, I have never had a donor yet. I haven't been monetized on this channel yet. I did have the Knifing Legends offer some help with some things. Well, a couple of the guys of them offered some help with some things, but I've never had any donations, and I've never had anybody subscribe for money because I haven't met the requirements yet. But I have bumped elbows with some of the big guys of this industry, and I have people that are pretty big streamers come to my channel all the time. So I'm in the right community, and I'm talking to the right people and being of the right placement, right? I just got to get that 500 subscribers. My watch hours and everything else are perfect. I'm able and capable of getting all of that shit. But lately, since I've changed up the way I start my stream, I think that's kind of killing off my initial viewers. I also might be penalized because I had some people saying the N-word a lot in the game a few days ago, and I think that's kind of is hurting my my streams. I also, when I went to shorts, doing it this mode where my camera's at the top, this vertical setting, I've also noticed once I did that, it was harder for me to stream to like Twitch and TikTok. And I didn't figure it out. Now I did. I'm just trying to just stream to one platform on a specific day and then another platform on a different day. But I did have the store open, but then I got scammed. And so I closed the store down because I didn't want to have the store be attached to it. Had my Discord taken from me by that scammer, by that dude that he asked me to download something for him and play a game. And the guy that asked me was not necessarily a friend of mine, but I've talked to him before in another Discord server that I'm part of, and I thought it was him, but it turned out that he just got hacked and they took his account and they used his account to send me a link to ask me to download this game, a 2D game, and play it for a few minutes and just give it a review. So I tried to do that. Nothing happened. But then when I woke up, I had an email from a scammer saying, I scammed you. It's a long story. I'll tell you about it a different day, but yeah, it was kind of bad. The guy was trying to extort me for chicken wings. I shit you not. He tried to get me for $1,500, then took that $1,500 amount in his head and tried to through Google on how much it cost in Turkish currency for how many kilos of chicken he can buy for $1,500 of Turkish currency. Right? Fucking, I, I can't make that shit up. I have never in my life been extorted, let alone been extorted for chicken wings. You know, but here we are. No, there's a way. I've literally got the proof. I've got pictures of, because what he did is he took over my Discord all entirely, and then he sent me that email, and in that email he had like another email's worth of passwords, like a whole shitload of passwords and login attempts or login information for different websites on YouTube or on Google. And while he had that and he captured that, he sent me an image saying, "This is what I got. This is what I can get you for," right? But before I ever read that, during that night, he was using my Google to search things. And I shit you not, he looked up how much $1,500 was in Turkish currency. Then he took that amount and said how many kilos of chicken wings from this specific store that he can get with that amount of money. I am not kidding. I've got the proof. I mean, I got literally a Google history that shows it. So he still has my Discord account. I would do that too. You know what? It is chicken wings. But let me tell you something. I am a freaking chef, okay? There's no doubt in my mind. I don't care if you're trying to feed your little village over there. I got you, brother. I will send you chicken wings. I'm not sending you kilos of chicken wings. I already know that if you have to scam me for $1,500 worth of chicken wings, then you most certainly cannot afford a fridge, a stove, or any of that type of shit. So I would help you understand curing. I would help you understand processing. I'd help you understand cooking these things in order. I would literally send you chicken per month to help you the fuck out. But now your dumbass tried to extort me. You know? You picked the wrong guy. I'm the guy that knows food. You would have poisoned your whole little village over there with bad chicken. I would have gave you a thermometer because I already know that you don't know how to check that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's mods on YouTube. There's mods on YouTube. But I tried to help that guy out, you know? And this guy. I told him, I'm like, look, man, I can teach you to fish. You'll eat for a lifetime. Or I could just send you chicken wings each day, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'll teach you how to do this shit. I'll give you a job. I'll give you everything that you would ever need instead of playing a role in life where you're going to get busted. You're going to get fucked. You're going to be a bad guy the rest of your life. You're never going to learn how to go out there and make your own monies because you're going to spend too much time learning how to take other people's monies. Sooner or later, that's going to bite you in the ass, man. You picked the wrong guy. First and foremost, I could have been the guy that could have gave you the chicken. Second off, I have no problem getting on a plane and going down there to Rise Turkey and going right to your address and fucking ending you. I have zero problems with that. Zero. You know, I'm not grandma down the street that doesn't understand what you're trying to say and she's down there buying your Apple iTunes cards. I'm the guy that will literally get on the plane and make sure that I can fabricate a plastic weapon so I can get on that plane and take you the fuck out when I get there. That's me. I have those skill sets because I used to be a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? I should low-key make you a mod. I would make you a mod, Millie. I'll make you a mod. I'm thinking how they do that on YouTube. I'll have to set all that up. But if you're down for something like that, I'll make you a mod of my Discord, which probably is the only way. Because I'm trying to think of a way. Because I know that I can have like stream elements and stuff like that. Take care of like my chat, filter it out, and all that crap. But if you want to just come in and BS with people, do that anytime and every time I go to stream if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I can make you a mod of my Discord. My problem with my Discord is not the fact that it's broken or that it looks bad. My Discord's set up beautifully. I got a great Discord. I just don't communicate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not filtered in the chat. I haven't. I turned all that off to make sure that there was no filter of the chat because I don't want people to get filtered. I want people to get banned. You know what I'm saying? I want people that are going to act a fool, come in here and be all toxic to my viewers or say racist shit to be banned. But I'm not going to suppress somebody's freedom of speech. I might smack you in the mouth if I don't like what you said, but I'm not going to suppress what you said. You know? That's just the difference between me and the rest of everybody else. But no, I would never do that. I had no plans on that. Well, let's drop in, huh? I mean, I've been on my soapbox for a minute. Sorry about that. Well, then don't be racist and don't say racist shit. You know? In all honesty, if you want to be something, right? Like if it's attention that you're looking for, right? Shock value type of jokes, shock value type of statements, that's the kind of attention you're looking for. You'll get it 100%. You say something racist, somebody will give it the attention that you're asking for. But it's so much more noble and it's so much more better. If you're really looking for an altercation, set it up the right way. You know? There's something I've learned a long time ago. You can be a bad guy. So you can be the guy that goes off and decides to be an asshole, right? You're going to say the meanest shit because they're not going to do anything, right? They throw a punch, you take them out, beat the hell out of them. You got an opportunity to make fun of them and beat the hell out of them, right? That's what the bad guy, that's the bully concept. If you really want to have an altercation, be the good guy. I promise you, it's so much easier to pick a fight when you're coming with the right information, when you're coming with the right way. And then when you do get yourself in trouble because you ended up smacking the shit out of the dude, you get to walk away knowing that you smacked the shit out of him for the right reasons and not the wrong ones. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for an altercation, do it right. I mean, do it right. Like, if you see a guy slap a girl, you go over there and you pummel the hell out of the dude, right? You set him in his own place. You give him the exact same thing that he gave to her, except you just, upgrade it to an adult man beating and not just a adult man beating up a woman. You give him a full-on ass whooping that a man should get, right? But if you go off and you say some racist shit to some black guy, right, just to pick a fight, what happens? He gets the opportunity to fight you. But if you win the fight, did you really win? You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's a racist bone in your body, kid. I think you do that shit for attention. I think you do that for altercation. I think you do that for shock values. That's it. And I get it. I get it. But if that's what you're looking for, God be it. Don't be the villain. Be the hero. You get away with it so much more. Because you get to object things to matter. Right? And here's an example of that. If a kid's picking on another kid, and you notice it, yeah, you should tell Rope this. If he's not there, you should tell him that. Because if this is what your ideal is, if you're trying to get attention, don't be the bad guy. You could be a bad guy without being the bad guy. Racist remarks are ridiculous. They're ridiculous, kid. There's nothing to it. Not a single thing about it that makes any sense and will ever benefit you. Right? And you're young. So I know that you're not racist. I know that you've been told things by stupid people. But those stupid people don't have a clue about the real world. What they think they are better than, they are not. I promise you. But if you really want to get that value out of people, become the hero, man. I'll tell you this right now. I was not the greatest of kids. I'm not. I wasn't. And most of my friends, I can promise you, are my friends because they are afraid of me. I mean, it was kind of a running joke there for a while that I couldn't be friends with you unless I beat you up. So when a new kid came to school, I was kind of a popular kid, right? So people knew about me and asked about me and all that shit. So we got a new kid comes to school, and we got a lot of those, especially during like the harvest season. You know, we get a lot of people come in and help out with potatoes and whatnot. And they would find out who I was, but it would be like the running joke that I'd have to beat you up before you became my friend. Because most of my friends, if not like almost all of them, I got into a fight well before we ever became friends. It was kind of like my thing. Like if I didn't know you, I needed to beat you up so that you knew who I was, and then therefore I can have you be my friend afterwards. It was like the only way I made friends, kind of. It wasn't right. It was all wrong, but nevertheless. But with that said power that I created for myself, I was so capable of being able to make fun of anybody I wanted to make fun of and not get in trouble by anybody because nobody could beat me up, right? So when I made fun of people, I made sure I made fun of them when they deserved it, right? And for people that got made fun of, like there was a kid that I'm not going to say his name, okay, but I'll say his first name. His name was Stacy, and he wasn't very big. And he had this little thing in his neck because he was a preemie when he was born, so he had to have a tube and all that stuff put into his body because he was too small when he was born. And I used to watch people make fun of him and pick on him. And I literally threw a dude into the trash can over him making fun of Stacy. Stacy wasn't my friend. I didn't really know him all that well. I just didn't want nobody making fun of him. So I used that power to walk around and practically bully the entire school and preventing them from being assholes. And I got to fight all I wanted to. All that anger that I had about my dad and all the things that was going on when I was growing up, all of that was capable of coming out, and I got to do it for the right reasons. Now, I'm not trying to say to go out there and do this. I'm just saying if you're going to do it, you're going to be a shit. Don't be racist. Be good. Take that same said avenue and apply it. You ever notice gangsters, right? Yeah, he's not any of those things. He's just listening to people that condone that shit, right? And he's saying that shit and he's doing that stuff because he's got friends that laugh and think it's great. When he gets out in the real world, he will not have that. Okay? These little tiny small communities and small little mountain towns are full of stupidity. And especially when you apply that same stupidity that the adults have, okay, because usually they do, and they start applying that same stupid shit, the same stupid ideologies to the kids. Now the kids grow up, become stupid. I'm not talking about not being able to understand math. I'm talking about understanding the world. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing different other than the pigment color of a black person, a brown person, like a Mexican, and a white person. There's nothing different. We're all human. We all bleed the same. We all have the same shit going down. You know, there ain't nothing different. We're all the same. So if you think that you need to go out there and say racist, homophobic, sexist bullshit, it's probably because you're being told that this is the only way you're going to get attention. But if you went out there and you beat up the motherfuckers that were being the racist, sexist, and shit, then you get the same set of attention, except for you get to do a noble act. I'm not saying to go out there and fight them. I hope that we're getting the subject here. I hope that we're understanding what I'm coming from. But if you have to pick one, don't pick that one. You know, to be the villain is great. But every movie that's got a hero and a villain, both sides get to beat up people. Both sides get to be violent. Both sides get to be aggressive. Both sides get to get out their anger and their frustrations. I know that you got those because I had those when I was a kid. I didn't have those because the same circumstances to which you have them for. Our differences are different, but we mentally dealt with them the same way. We applied violence. Is what we did. Now, in your case, it's not so much the punching people, but it's more what the words come out of your mouth. In my case, it was I needed to vent, and that very first time of getting into a fight, how good that made me feel became years upon years upon years upon years of utilizing that as my go-to-all fix-all, is beating people up. And I'm talking across the board. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It could be you were slapping a girl, or you could be just simply breathing too much. And I could hear it. You know? Yeah, see, all that shit will take you down. And there will be somebody that's going to be that guy that has all the same capabilities of controlling a situation, right? Except for he's going to do it for the right reasons. And say he loses the fight and you win the fight, but you're the bad guy. You still don't get the credit. You know, you get to be the piece of shit twice because not only are you the piece of shit first, but then you beat up the guy that's defending the people that you were making fun of. So what happens? You're going to be the piece of shit twice. Now, you might look at that and say, well, obviously, that's what I'm looking for. That's why I'm going down this path. But it's not what you're looking for. What you're looking for is respect. And you won't obtain that. And you think that you know that you can't obtain that. So what do? You create a scenario that should gain you respect. So when you're off there, like in this case, where you're making fun of a trans kid, the trans kid gets to cry. Your friends get to laugh, and you get to feel important. But that's as far as it goes. That's it. At that moment, for that moment, you get to have that. If you want that again, you have to repeat, right? So you have to find another trans kid. And then you have to make fun of him. Then you have to make him cry. Then you have to make your friends laugh all over again. And then you get what you want. That scenario only works for that topic at hand for that time. It doesn't give you a long-lasting look, right? And what I'm trying to say with that is at that moment, you got to be an opportunity to where you got respect. But then as soon as that was all done and over with, once the friends laugh and once you felt accomplished, it's over. It's over. You will go on to the next step. You will go on with your day. But that little scenario got you a little bit of understanding, a little bit of attention. And it went right away. But I promise you, the kid that is making fun of the trans kid, right? And you got your friends over there, they're laughing at this other kid that's making fun of the trans kid. And then here you come, right? And you go over there, you smash the guy that's making fun of the trans kid. You turn around, you start smashing the friends that are laughing about it, right? Then you help up the trans kid. When you walk away from that scenario, it is not squashed. That's not the end. You get the respect. You get the respect from the kid that's making fun of him. You get the respect from the friends that are sitting there laughing about it because now they know that you are a different type of person. You believe in people enough to do that for people, even against your own people, right? If your friends are laughing about that, thinking it's funny that trans kid's getting made fun of, you teach them that it's not funny, right? So you go off, you beat the hell out of the kid that's making fun of the trans kid. Then you turn around and you go ahead and beat the hell out of your friends for laughing at the shit. And when you walk away, you might walk away alone, but everybody in that scenario will respect you. And it won't stop today just because you finished that subject. Before, you made your friends laugh. That was it. That was as far as that went. But this one, you got to keep this one for life because the trans kid will always remember that. The kid that you beat up will always remember that. And your friends will always remember that. And I promise your friends will change their ways because then they'll want to get their ass kicked again. You can make them laugh over shit they're probably not even really laughing about any day of the week. But you can't get that kind of respect from your friends unless you do something that makes them have to give you that kind of respect. Right? So pick your battle. If you really feel like you need to get some fighting out of your system, man, make sure you do it for the right reasons. Make sure there's some longevity to your shit situation. I cannot go onto Facebook today and post something happy about my life without somebody in my past coming up and saying, yeah, this guy was one of the realest dudes I've ever known. If you messed with him, he would fuck your world up. And I would. I would. Now, I got a little power hungry over that shit, right? I let that shit become my problem solver for the rest of my life. So if I didn't like what you had to say about me, I smacked you in the mouth. If I didn't like what I seen you talk to somebody else, I'd smack you in the mouth. I did that shit for years, man. Years. And what it did was teach me violence. Not a great answer. So it's not the path, okay? It really isn't. It's really not the way you want to do it. But being that is certainly not the way to do it. And if you're looking for attention, you'll get it, but it'll be circumstantial, small amount of time frame, and nobody will remember that. Nobody remembers you being a sexist. Nobody remembers you being a little racist shit at that moment. Nobody remembers that. They might later on in life say, oh, yeah, I remember that kid. He was kind of a racist, sexist piece of shit. But that's all they'll remember is a universal umbrella that you get to be. But if you are the one that's beating up those people or defending those people in some way, shape, or form, then you get to be the person that they'll recognize. When they say, oh, who is this? I remember this kid. They're like, yeah, he's the one that beat the hell out of his friends and that dude that was making fun of the trans kid, man. He was like our little savior kind of a deal. They will remember that circumstance, not just an umbrella, not just, oh, yeah, that's that racist kid. No, they're going to remember that one time that you beat up that racist kid. Does that make sense? Like if you make a name for yourself, not an umbrella, not a label, a name. When they say your name, make sure that they're saying your name. You know what I'm saying? If you want respect, there's a billion different avenues to do it. Your value is the easiest one. Anybody can be racist. Anybody can be sexist. Anybody can make a kid cry. It ain't that fucking hard. But it's certainly not longevity. It doesn't last more than that moment. And nobody will ever remember what you did. They'll just remember that you were a piece of shit. That's it. So if they ever do remember your name, it's always going to come with that title. It never works out. Never. I promise. Because I'll tell you this right now, there are motherfuckers like me. Okay? We don't tolerate that shit. And we won't let you slide on that shit. We will smash you, and we'll smash our friends, and we'll beat up our friends and their family member, everybody in the fucking world that wants to make fun of that shit. I have no problem with that shit whatsoever. It's been a long time since I've been in a fight, but I have no problem knocking the dust off too. There'll always be us. They'll always be racist. But I promise you that racist gets his opportunity to say some things to a person of color, and that's as far as it goes. But he will remember me smashing him for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. If he can, right? Because, I mean, I got a rule with my fighting. You know, you hit them hard enough to where they don't remember who hit them, you don't get in trouble. I'm not saying go out there and be violent. Not at all. Not what I'm trying to say. But certainly don't let yourself become the other dude, man. There's no point. And not only that, don't bring my name into it. You know? I know you don't carry my last name, but you carry my last name. You know? And my grandpa handed me that name, unblemished, untaunted, and I carried that name myself for the rest of my life. And I'll tell you this right now, that name means something to me. And I hope it means something to you. And if it does, protect that. Okay? Because that name it's not the thing that's going to get you anywhere, but it's the one thing that says who you are. And if for every time it's used in the real world, you want the people to use it saying this guy's it. You know what I'm saying? He's the most solid. He will always defend us. He's the most loving and caring. You know, that's the shit. And no. I'm not saying I will smash him if he does that shit. I'm just saying there are people out there that are just like me that will. And I'm not saying that we're going to fight you, you know, not necessarily. But I'm telling you that there will be somebody out there that's going to correct that. And he's going to stop that chain, right? I'm that guy. I promise. Right? Like, I am probably 50 times more violent than anybody than you are, and that anybody you probably know. I have my pedigree, my history. I don't want to be that person no more, so I'm not. But that doesn't mean I forgot how to be it. Does that make sense? So I promise you, when I get respect, I get it for the right reasons. If I went off and beat somebody up because they're fat, and I just don't like fat people kind of a thing or whatever the case may be, so I beat them up because they're fat, dude, there is not a single person that watches that, right? Not a single person that watches that and has any respect for me whatsoever. I don't know what to say, but I'll tell you this right now. There are plenty of bad guys out there. But, I mean, here's an example. Look at the mafia. You're all about that Nazi shit, right? You're all about those groups of people with a certain agenda, and you learn about those. Well, let me teach you something about the mafia, okay? They used to go inside stores and tell stores, hey, we'll protect you, but you got to pay us. Stores would tell them, no, we don't need your protection. We can take care of this ourselves. They'd be like, no, because what we're going to do is we're going to send people in, right? They would extort the shit out of people. They were bad guys across the board. But you know what they did with the money they usually got? They give it back to their own community. They would protect their city and their neighborhood. You know, they made sure people got when they didn't have. I mean, if you go to jail, you're going to find some of the most respectful people in jail. People that go a little above and beyond. And if you're above and beyond, you always learn that shit in an environment where you have to. You got all these people living inside of in one building, and every one of these people are there for bad guy tendencies. Everybody wants to have a position of power. Everybody wants to be in charge. Everybody wants to be important. So they just end up being bad guys to each other, right? But not only that, you have to live with this dirtbag that you know is a dirtbag. Say you go to jail because you decided that you need to steal steak or steal some chicken for your family because you're broke and you need to feed your family, and then you got this other guy, that's like doing drugs and selling drugs to kids. You want to smash him while you're inside jail. You guys are in the same place together, but you're not the same type of people. And you have to live with this guy inside your cell, and you have to deal with his bullshit, and you have to know who he is, right? So you have to like set up some respect factors. You're gonna clean by your bed. You're gonna make sure that you take a shower every day. You're gonna find these different respect values, right? Nah, that's a possibility. He might have been a Nazi back in the day. Actually, I'm probably gonna get off after I get off my soapbox. That'll give me a chance to be able to do that. But if you want to play Roblox instead of Subnautica later, let's do it. I really probably shouldn't have posted this stream. I might take it down. So if anybody else is here and gets the opportunity to listen to this, go for broke. I stand behind what I say, though. 100%. I've been a bad guy all my life. I'm not saying bad guys are things that you want to become, but I have been one. I may not look it today, but I promise you I have seen a lot of fights. And I've been the bad guy in those fights. I've been the hero per se a lot of the times, but I learned a long time ago you don't want to be in a fight for the wrong reasons. You want to walk away from that fight with all the intentions in the world. If you smash the shit out of him, you want to make sure that you smash the shit out of him because he deserved it. Okay, go get ready. All right. I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down. And we'll do that Roblox later or Subnautica. It's up to you. But I'm there. But anyway, guys, sorry about all that. I know it's heavy stuff, a lot of stuff, and probably stuff you don't necessarily agree with me on, and that's okay too. I'm not condoning violence or saying to go out there and do it. But what I am saying is that if you're going to be violent, if that's just the thing you need to do, then for the love of God, do it right. Fight for those who can't fight for themselves, not against them. if you want to be a shit, then be a shit in the right ways. You know, if you just feel like you have to be expelled from school, don't do it by bringing a gun to school. Do it by throwing water balloons inside the girls' bathroom and you accidentally hit the English teacher. Like I did. You know? I didn't get expelled, but I did get suspended. I'm not saying to do it. I'm just saying if it's something you need to do, be smart. You know? If you have to go out and commit a crime, like you have to do it. I don't know. Pick something that's. All I'm saying is just like, don't be a bad guy. But if you need to be a bad guy, be a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to do all this extra shit. Just be smart about it. You know, some of the best bad guys in the world are the clever ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really need to be a villain, be a fucking clever one. You know, make sure that what you're doing is doing it for a purpose. Racism and sexism and all this other stupid shit, it's garbage, man. It makes you look like an idiot to almost everybody else but your friends. And the only thing you'll get is a couple of chuckles from your friends. Maybe some high fives like, "Ooh, you got that, trans kid. That was super funny what you said." You know, that's it. That's all you're going to get. And more than likely from the clowns that you hang out with. You're not going to ever get any type of real respect. Just some stupid little shy-like bullshit. But more than likely, they'll turn on you in a heartbeat. I promise you that. Them little fuckers, man, that just let you treat people like garbage are only letting you do that because they don't want you to do it to them. That's it. It's not because they got a one-up on them. They know damn well they can't get a one-up on them. When they watch you do it, that's why they fucking jump up and down for joy. They can't do it themselves. And you'll watch them. When you're doing that shit, you watch them. They'll sit back and they'll wait for their opportunity. And as soon as one decides to step in and say something, trying to be part of it, trying to be part of the in crowd, the other ones will pop in just the same. Every time. They're weak-minded little pussies that just wait for you to do it for them. And when you do it for them, they pretend they got your back, but in all honesty, they're laughing at some trans kid. Like, where's the respect in that? What gain did you have by having them as your friends? Do you know what I'm saying? That's your game. That's all you are. For them. It'll never work out. Never. Promise you that. You gotta be a bad guy. Fuck it. Be the guy that beats up them motherfuckers, man. Be the one that goes off and takes care of those situations. If you gotta do it, here's your chance. Everybody will remember you. And maybe you might lose them 5 friends that you got that back you. But before, that was the only people that backed you. The rest of the world were like, no, we're not going to back that. You just beat up on a trans kid. Like, why the hell would we back that? The world's going to feel that way, but your 5 friends will love you for it. In this scenario, your 5 friends will hate you for it. They'll respect you, and they'll promise, I promise you, they'll try to get in your good graces again because you just smashed them and they don't want to get smashed again. But the rest of the world will respect you. You'll lose 5 friends with that scenario. Or you can only have 5 friends in the first scenario. Pick and choose, man. Which you can be as smart as you want or as dumb as you want. You know? It won't work out. You're not filled with hate. We both know that, kid. You're filled with anger and pain. That's not hate. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have hate. I had anger. And it fueled me. And that very first time when I beat up Glenn in elementary, the way I felt, knowing that he was doing karate and all this other shit, right? But the way I felt, it made me feel great. And I came off and just applied that across the board. And I'll tell you this right now. It's the worst decision I could have ever made. I needed a relief. And I played sports. I fought. You know, like I had plenty of relief, but I always needed more. It became my whole life. And What it did teach me was how not to fix things, right? My only solvent to anything and everything was violence. Because of that, it was my go to every time. And because of that, there was no other opportunity for me to learn a different way to approach it. So instead of me finding avenues on how to deal with a situation that didn't involve violence, I just chose violence because I knew it worked. I knew how to make it work. And I knew at the end, I would walk away feeling like a piece of shit, but at the same time, feeling like a victor. It was dopamine drop type of shit. And that was about as far as it ever went. But I got plenty of respect for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, it just became my go to mode. That's why I'm telling you now. If you absolutely have to be a bad guy, be a good bad guy. You know? After that, become anything else you want. But you have to identify the problem, man. You have to look at what you're going through and what you're doing and recognize on whether or not it really is or really isn't anger, hatred, or pain. I'll be right back. I need to wash my hand. I need to wash my hand real quick. Wash yourself up. I know you did it so it will be hot in that room. I'm telling you right now. I feel hot. Deal with the heat. It's gonna come in and have you passed out. This is fucking hot as shit. It's like a fucking sauna.
Probably worse than a sauna.
God dang, my sweat drips got sweat drips. Thank you. I appreciate that. Please not cook the lady.
Well, I didn't want the fan and the water and everything to make noises.
It's all good. I've been on a soapbox talking things I probably shouldn't have said all on stream, but here I was. So I might have to send this off to Bottomus and say, this is what happens when you let me speak to chat like this. And I just want to say things. He was trying to employ me to like just open up. And I thought, well, I'm great at talking about shit because he said I was a good storyteller. And I was like, but you don't want to hear my stories. He's like, yeah, you do. You should just go on one time and just record it and see what happens. Just stream it. I'm like, buddy, you don't understand.
You don't know. This is me.
Yeah, I got a smile today for a lot of reasons.
So did anything happen?
I practically told I should probably get off this stream. I love you all. I'm gonna get off this stream and go ahead and talk to the boss lady and be good about my shit. But I will be back tonight sometime to play some Roblox or some Subnautica or something. Whatever Millie wants me to do. She's another boss lady. So I'll be back, guys. Love y'all. See you sometime tonight, maybe. Or when I say maybe, I may stream it. I may not. I don't know how we're going to work that. We'll find out. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for sure. 11 to 2. Peace.